Welcome to Freedom Queen Live, the place where miracles happen, the place where we create magic. If you are new to Freedom Queen, introduce yourself in the comment section. If you are an OG Freedom Queen, say hello in the comments below. I would love to know who is here with us today. I have an extraordinary announcement happening today at 1 p.m. Eastern. So make sure that you come on to our Instagram at that time. Just going to adjust some of my camera angle here. So put it in the chat. How are you doing? What's going on? I need to know before we launch into Freedom Queen Live today. How is everybody doing? Put it in the chat. Amanda's here. Good morning, Bridget. Good morning. Hi, Bridge. Coming in hot. I am coming in with a big next level energy here today. Something happened last night, right before I fell asleep. And it is something that I had when I came in to 2023. I was saying to myself, this is going to happen in 2023. I just knew it. Lanisha's here, Monta's here. I just knew it in my soul and my body that this was going to happen. Jamie's here. Yes. Hi, Jamie. And something happened. And I can't wait to share it with you. I'm not going to share it here because today I want to talk to you about something very specific. I will be sharing it on Instagram today at 1 p.m. It's going to be really fun, so mark your calendars. But I want you to, before we go into today's training where I'm talking about service and impact, I want you to really get in a miracle frequency of anything is possible. And I wasn't going to talk about this today, but it's here. It's activated. It's now. It needs to come up today. You are in charge of creating momentum. You are the one in your life that is in charge of creating momentum. And throughout the last year, there have been many times in my business where I experienced challenges or experienced moments of doubt or fear. Have you ever been there before where you're thinking, maybe not this year, maybe it won't happen? Or maybe you felt like you were in the in-between. You felt like, you set this big vision for your life, but maybe it won't happen. Hi, Alex. Alex Nigerian's in the house. Alex and I get to see each other in person in like 4 days. I want you to get in, no matter how much doubt you have, or maybe you're in the in-between, the frequency of miracles are available for you. Good morning. Because they are. And there have been times in my business, and I haven't talked about this that much, when I had to actively decide between two lives. A life where I stay and I grow at a normal rate, and that's fine, and you keep doing the same thing, and you kind of feel like, meh, or actively choose to decide to live the happier life, or I don't like not even happy, but like fulfilled on purpose life. And I don't see a lot of people talking about this online. You have to actually decide, are you going to stay small, or are you going to play bigger in the realm that you know you're meant to be playing on? So there have been many times in my business where I thought, oh no, what if it doesn't? Or, there's been times in my business before where I thought, oh, like this just feels weird. It feels uncomfortable or whatever is happening. But I have to actively choose to say, I'm not available for this. I'm going to be someone that is available for something extraordinary. And then you move in that way and you take action and you show up. And what happens is you create the momentum. And I'm going to be teaching on this in Wealth and Body today. Many of you are inside of that program. But by all means, you don't just wake up and you're a miracle magnet. It's okay if there are some times in your life, in your business, where you have to decide. Because I'm telling you right now, most people lack self-awareness and they don't decide to make a change, to do the thing, to be in the room, to travel, to say what they really want to say, to stop working with that type of business model and working with this type of business model. And it will feel weird and you will experience adversity and things will come up, but that's the point. That's the point. And if you're there and maybe you're like, I can say I'm not at this place right now, but there have been times in my business throughout this year where maybe you're there now where it's challenging or it's hard. You get to decide. You're the pioneer, you're the captain of your ship, and you get to decide how you move. And I want to remind you of that. At 1 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be going live on the YouTube channel or on the Instagram, on my Instagram. So make sure that you're there. But this morning, I want to talk with you about service. I want to talk with you about serving the crap out of your people. I want to talk with you about serving people at a really, really, really high level. Because whether you realize it or not, people they have their own battles that they're fighting. People have their own things going on. Everything might look perfect in their life, but they have things happening in their lives behind the scenes. And it is our responsibility as service providers. I don't even like calling ourselves coaches. We're service providers. We're impact makers. We're transformational leaders. It's our job to serve. And I want to give you some things that you can do this week to serve your community at a higher level. Because one way of creating a deeper relationship with your customer, one thing that you say to one of your clients, one experience that you create for your community has the capacity to radically change someone's life. Let's just think about that for a moment. Every Instagram post, you being in the chat here, you putting something that lifts someone up in the chat here could make them go and have the best rest of the week. One live where you say something that you've really been wanting to say and you shed light on a problem that a lot of your clients been having and you're willing to be unliked by them and call them out, opens up their eyes to what is possible for them. They see something they didn't even realize. Our job, your job, is to serve people. Your job, no matter what you're selling, is to wake people up and say, wake up and be fulfilled. Wake up and live life on purpose. Wake up and see humanity. See the people there. Hey, Nina. Hey, Melissa. So I was writing this morning and I was writing about, okay, well, what does service look like? What does deep service look like? One of the things looks like being so present, being very present. And I'm telling you right now, the more that you dive into this, the more money you will have. The more that you dive into service, the more money you will have. One of them is by being so present. And I don't just mean being present if you're the one leading the call. I also mean being present in the chat. I also mean when you're going to your mentor's calls, turning your camera on and being present as you can be. Obviously, that's not always possible, but as present as you can be. Being present with your clients. When you're on a client call, are you thinking about XYZ and the thing going on, the sounds outside, or are you there? Presence to me is one of the deepest ways that you can serve someone. Seeing people, giving them your fullest energy. Irene bought a content session with me. Then Irene and I were on the call and something happened in my house where we have this amazing cleaning staff and they were cleaning something and it was noisy in the background. And I said, hold on. I need to go take care of something. This is bothering me. I need to move this because I need to be present with you. These little things are leaky. And they make a big difference in the service you're providing. And so I said that. I said, I need to go close this door. I had to be uncomfortable and say, I actually need to go take care of something. I'll be right back. Talk with my cleaning team. Hey, I need space. I need time. I need to focus. Okay, no problem. But you have to be self-aware and have this level of presence with your customers. Such a good call. I remember, yes. These things make a huge difference. When you're in Voxer with your clients, are you in Voxer with your clients? Or are you just trying to send them a quick message? When you're in Slack with your clients, are you kind of like slacking throughout the whole day? Or are you creating time for you to really be with them? When you're with your team, are you with your team or are you out doing something else? When you're working out, are you working out and filling your cup up? Or are you like kind of just walking on the treadmill, not really being there? Presence will deepen the relationship. I can see and understand the importance of that. But there's little things that come up. And presence is one of the biggest gifts that you can give to people. Another thing that I was talking about or thinking about, reflecting on this morning with service is spotlighting. If you want to build a movement, first of all, put a yes in the chat if that is one of your focuses. If building a movement rather than a course coaching business that you sell, if building a movement is one of the things that you're focused on doing, just put a yes in the chat. One of the greatest things you can do is spotlight your humans. Spotlight the pioneers, the trailblazers in your space. So what we're doing in December inside of the membership, first of all, we had an amazing launch. I didn't even calculate how many people joined over the weekend. We still have to do that and update the sales page and everything. We had so many people join. Welcome to the membership if you're there. But in December, what we're doing is we're taking a lot of our mastermind clients. Hey, Kate, a lot of our mastermind clients, and they're coming into the membership. And for 12 days, you're going to have about 10 to 12 mastermind people in the $1 Million Movements Mastermind coming into the membership, and they're going to be teaching you. Spotlighting other people, giving other people the microphone inside of your movement. Why is this such a deep level of service? Because it's not your voice. Yes, you're the pioneer. You're 1000% the captain. But do you know how much stronger it is when you create other pioneers? When you have other people holding the microphone and spreading the word, and they have so much knowledge to share with your people that can change their lives. Spotlighting. So being present, spotlighting, giving people the other mic, screaming, so good. Yes, yes, yes. Give them the microphone. Think of different ways that you can do this inside of your communities. Whether it's something we love doing is bringing people on our Instagram, our podcast, our inside of our membership. We're highlighting our mastermind clients inside of the membership. That's going to be great for them. It's going to be win-win-win for everyone. And then another piece is creating experiences that are unique to you. Creating experiences that are unique to you. Going above and beyond. So one of my clients this morning, she's amazing. She's in Wealth Embodied. She's one of my clients that kind of like buys a bunch of different random things throughout the whole year. And I love her to death. And she messaged me this morning and said, Bridge, I need to buy another content session from you. I'm going to buy another content session from you. And I said, okay, here's a link. She paid in full immediately. She's like, boom, done. Let's do it. And we're texting and we're just having the time of our lives. And she sends me a message like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. Da, da, da. And I say, you know what, let's make this content session really fun. What we're going to do on our content session is I'm going to ask you to do this. I want you to come dressed up for our content session. I want you to wear the most on brand, the most like ridiculous clothes for your brand. And I'll do the same thing. We're going to have a party on our content session. That's so small. And we were laughing about it in the chat. We're like, oh my God, I love this. This is so fun. Like, we're going to have the best time ever. It's so small, but it makes a big difference. It's the intentionality of the experiences you're creating. Could you, let's say you did a VIP day with a client, could you mail them something? Everyone that signed up for our membership experience, we mailed them something custom. This weekend, we have 3 mastermind clients coming to Costa Rica. And I'm not going to tell you what the surprise is that we're doing because I cannot. But I'm just going to say that it is one of the best experiences that I've ever done with clients. It's so unique. I've never seen anyone do this with their clients. And it's also providing to a service provider that lives in Costa Rica. It's going to be something that can never, ever, ever be replicated again. When you're serving your customers, are you giving them an experience that can only happen in your space? Or are you just kind of like, well, my mentor did this, so I should do this. Well, they did this, so I should do this. You want to pioneer and lead, you got to create content, offers, messaging. The number of people that I have seen go to our page and take verbatim content or take even almost identical program names, take sales pages, things like that. I always have deep sympathy for these people because I know that people don't mean harm when they do this. By all means, I know that they don't. I know where their heart is. But what that really tells me is that they're lacking their own sense of certainty and creativity in who they are. And if you want to pioneer and trailblaze and you want to build a big movement, you got to come up with these ideas and these things that only you can do. No one can replicate it. And if they do try and replicate it, they're like, oh, well, I know it stemmed from Pearl. I know it was from Nikki. I know it was from Nina. I know it was from Melissa. I know it was from Irene. I know it was from Kate. No one can do that. No one can play her game. They can try, but they're not going to. So what are some different client experiences that you can create that you've never seen anyone do before? What are the moments inside of your programs that make people go, what? Like we do the crown. No one can do the crown because it's just something we created. The Freedom Queen necklaces that some of you have, the robes. These different experiences go a really, really, really long way. And people feel this level of service. Another way of serving people, besides being present, besides spotlighting people, besides creating these unique experiences for clients that no one else is also just letting them know that you care. One of the biggest mistakes that I've seen people make in the online industry is only care about the customer as a customer and not actually building a relationship with the customer. One of the best things I've done this year, especially with my mastermind, is really take any sort of walls that were up and put them down and allow my clients to witness me go through challenges, witness me make just difficult moves in the moment and allow them to see myself for who I really am. And I had a private client, actually, she just booked we're doing a one-to-one weekend in Paris together, or in France. We haven't decided, south of France or Paris next fall. She said to me, Bridge, one of the things that you've really done for me is you've helped me build deeper relationships with my clients. That's service. That building a relationship with people, letting them know that you care about them beyond just whatever the result is that you get in your business. You do that with people, you'll create the biggest international movement ever. Just taking the extra time. One of our clients, someone inside of Freedom Queen, without going into details, was really sick and was in the hospital because of it. And so we just sent an email. Hey, we're checking in on you. We care about you. When you really start to understand, and I have 2 thoughts going on. We actually have something coming up in December that I'm going to be doing inside of Freedom Queen. You guys are going to love it. It's really special. It's going to take me a really long time. I'm going to do it over Christmas break. But when you start to really see the human on the other side and you care about them and you allow them to see you for who you really are, this level of service is deepened. Harriet Lacey in the chat is a great example. Harriet and I have an amazing relationship, and Harriet and I have worked together for over a year now. Why? Because you're not just whatever the heck it is that you do. You're not just business or fitness or relationship or finance or health or hormone, whatever it is, fertility. You're also here to really see the real human on the other side. And I'm telling you right now, it will also increase your wealth and happiness and fulfillment and on purpose life. To me, the goal is not even to live a happy life. To me, the goal is to live an on purpose life, which doesn't always mean I'm happy, but it does mean I'm on purpose. And I really didn't understand this in the beginning, and that's why I want to share this wisdom with you. You've got to start seeing the person. So every time you're like, why aren't they buying? That is not the question to be asking. You want to see, who is the human? What does the human need to hear? How can I support this human? I can't even tell you the number of times where I've thought of someone and I said, I'm going to make a post just for them. And then they've commented on the post and then said, can I hire you? The goal was not to say, make this post so people buy. The goal was to serve one human. When I first started in business, when I was doing other businesses before this, people would always say, you know, like, whoever can solve the most problems wins. Whoever can help the most people wins. Whoever can make the most impact wins. And now I really fully understand this. I really fully grasp this because it's true. And to be honest, I don't understand when people are like, oh, I don't want to make content. I don't want to make an Instagram live. I don't want to go on a master class. Okay, well then I'm not for you, because clearly what you're telling me is you don't actually care about the human on the other side of the screen. And I don't care about the 5 million excuses that you have. You have a human being, a person of value on the other side of the screen. So imagine if when I woke up in the day and I said, I don't want to do Freedom Queen Live. Every single Freedom Queen Live every week gets on average 200 views, not impressions, views. So a person is there. There are people watching you. And when you wake up in the morning, can you think to yourself, how can I make a deeper impact? My prayer for the day, when I write down, thank you, God, thank you. And then I talk about some other things that I'm really excited about that I can't wait to announce with you guys at 1 p.m. Eastern. And I say, please help me serve people at a high level. Help me make an impact. That's the prayer of the day. That's the, how do I make money? One of my favorite things I ever went to, I went to Tony Robbins, he was at FHL, and I go to these like really big conferences. And when I first started in business, I thought when I got in these rooms, there was going to be some secret. Like finally, someone was going to tell me the secret of becoming a millionaire, the secret of building a multi-million-dollar, $100 million business. And I'm telling you right now, and if you don't listen to this, guys, I don't know what to tell you. The secret that what I've heard across the board and have experienced in my life is service. What is the problem that they have? Help them. You do that enough, you'll be a multimillionaire. You show up every week and you serve people, you'll be a multimillionaire. If you showed up every day for the next year, no matter what, you would have $1 million business. This is why they say building a business is very simple. It's just that most people quit. We have some good questions in the chat. I thought of someone and decided to make a post for them. Whoa. When you're just starting out, how do you reach out to people when they're not yet comfortable? Well, you don't need to reach out to anyone. Just create content for them. You don't need to reach out to anyone, just make content for them. Go live every day for the next 365 days. People will come to you because when you're creating value, real value, you create this frequency and then people come to you. You're the source. And then you say, okay, let me take this to another level. Let me, and this is why I see a lot of people get kind of stuck, is because you're blocking your creativity. So when I first started, I did something called the Miracle Log. I don't know if any of you were around when I first did that. Maybe some of you were. It was called the Miracle Logs. And in the Miracle Log, it was a free 7-day challenge. By the way, no one taught me this. I just decided I'm going to do a Miracle Log challenge where every single day I'm going to drop in something into the chat, into the Instagram group chat that was a miracle that happened to me, and everyone else had to do it. Where are you blocking your ways of serving people? Where are you blocking your ways of serving people? If you have an idea, do it. There are no rules. So when I created the Miracle Logs challenge, it was just like, I want to bring miracles. I think people don't serve because they don't serve themselves at first. I agree with that, but I also do disagree with that. Because when I was running those Miracle Logs challenge, I had a lot of things going on. I was not serving myself. I wasn't. But I made the impact, the importance of lifting up other people more important than trying to wait until I was ready. Don't wait until you're ready to serve people. Don't wait until you're perfect. Don't wait until you've gotten it all figured out, because you're not. There's always going to be another level of figuring out. But when you start serving people and really seeing people and speaking your actual opinion and using your actual voice and seeing people and being present with them, things will happen. So I wanted to talk with you about this today, because serving is not just like, getting on a Zoom call and saying hello to your clients. Serving is also being deeply present with the people that are there. Serving is being hyper consistent. Serving is also spotlighting people. So it's not just you. In December, in the membership, we're going to have the 12 days of Freedom Queen Christmas. And we're having all of my mastermind clients come in and share and teach you. So it's not just me. You're going to be learning from them. Serving is giving people unique experiences that are only relevant to you. Okay, who got one key takeaway from today's training? Who got one key, like, ooh, I can go do that in my business. I can go do that for sure. I'm going to do this, or I'm going to be more present, or I'm going to be more, when I'm in Voxer, I'm in Voxer. When I'm on Freedom Queen Live, I'm on Freedom Queen Live. When I'm with a client in person this weekend, I'm going to be with a client in person this weekend. What was your key takeaway from today's Freedom Queen Live? Okay, 12 days of Christmas idea is so cool. Yes, on fire. Me, only one takeaway. Shiny, shoddy spirits, like, yes, there is no such thing as perfect. It's a myth holding us back. Yes, I said something to a client today, Catherine. I said to her, your job is not to be perfect. Your job is to pioneer. Your job is not to be perfect. Your job is to pioneer. And when you pioneer, what you're doing is you're giving voice and you're giving vocabulary and words to your customers who maybe aren't pioneering, who maybe are afraid to take action. So you go, you gain the wisdom, you come back and you share the wisdom with them. Serve, serve, serve. Love that. My takeaway, where am I blocking serving? Where can you be more present, more consistent, more present? IG broadcast is not yet available, but I want to serve. So I'm just going to create, that's what I did. Before there were broadcast groups, I created group chats. And then once the group chats got maxed out, I would create a second group chat. Nina, serving is the secret to a multi-million-dollar business. I was so burned out from serving for free that I thought I wanted passive income, but really I've just been spending too much time serving for free. Friends, perfect is the enemy of good. Serving and talking to one specific human. Yes. I love today's Freedom Live. We did a little bit differently this week. I was like, we got to talk about this. We got to just do some trainings. What do we have this week? First of all, 3 mastermind clients are coming to Costa Rica on Thursday. And on one of the nights, I don't want to share it all yet, but one of the nights, we're going to have an opportunity. So keep your eyes. I'm just going to say, keep your eyes on my Instagram, okay? I don't want to give it away, but I'll give it away as we get closer to the end of this week. Keep your eyes on my Instagram. All like starting on today through the rest of this week. Holy moly, you're going to want to watch what happens. Make sure you come to our Instagram live today at 1 p.m. Eastern, because I have a huge announcement. Something happened last night. I can't wait to share it all with you. Can you guys guess what happened? Guess what happened? Key takeaway, curate at a higher level. Me, Alex, yeah, I'll be in Costa Rica. Can't wait for the IG live. So that's happening. Wealth Embodied starts today. Oh, and then one more thing. Our membership doors close on Friday. Our membership doors close on Friday, again, until 2024. So if you're not in the membership and you want to be in the membership, run to the membership and get inside. I have a guess. I'll see you all today at 1 p.m. Eastern on our Instagram, where I'll be talking about things that have changed, things that have happened. Oh my God, I can't believe this happened. And I'll see you all same time, same place next Monday. And when I return next Monday, I will be a different human being, because this weekend I'm going through an event horizon with 3 very special human beings, and I'm never returning the same. Okay.